Gamers need to speak with their wallets. That's the only way these companies will listen to you. That's the only way we'll get any kind of change. You could tweet how much you hate Madden till you're blue in the face. You could start a million hashtags. But if people are still buying the game, still spending money on the microtransactions to where EA is making millions, maybe even billions off it, you're going to lose this battle. The only way to beat EA and to have any changes with Madden, have the NFL and the monopoly with EA is to not buy the game. That's it. The reason I say that is that apparently Madden has some strong first week sales, 20% up from last year. And with that, let me say, the people who buy it, did you actually think that the game was going to be any different than it was? Really? I mean, y'all complain about Madden every single year. Literally every single year. For at least a decade, maybe longer. But at least a decade, it's every year it's the same reaction of how terrible Madden is. But y'all keep spending money on it. And if you bought it this year, you already lost. I've seen some YouTube channels and videos, and this NFL drop BA. It was even talked about by Pat McAfee on his show. I believe they said CNN picked it up, which is all fine and dandy. But the NFL hasn't responded, and you know why the NFL hasn't responded? Well, if these first week sales are true and it's up 20% over last year, they're still making money. You see, tweeting doesn't matter. And people who live in social media needs to understand that complaining on social media has no impact, no real world impact. You may get something once in a blue moon, but overall, nobody gives a damn what you're tweeting. Nobody cares if because even a popular hashtag is like 100,000. It would be 100,000 people. I mean, that's a lot, but 100,000 in a game that sells millions every year, it's not as much as you may think. Hell, I would say, I'd bet that's less than 10% of the overall sales you would get for a game like Madden. So, my message to everyone who is understandably upset about Madden, because it's a terrible franchise. I haven't bought a single Madden just generation because I already saw the writing on the wall. And I'm the type that puts my money where my mouth is. I'll never have an issue buying a game I want to play or support, and also will never have an issue not buying games that I have no interest in or that I know is going to be awful. Madden has been awful. It's no surprise. And really, the response that we're seeing from big media outlets, really, they're just playing catch up after years of every year being Madden's the step in the right direction. I don't know what is it about this year in particular that finally broke the camel's back. I'm glad that it did, but really at the end of the day, none of it matters if you don't speak with your wallet. So if you don't like the game, return it. If you already see that the reception is bad by gamers who are playing it, don't buy it. And really, my 2 cents is probably that the casuals, the people who buy it every single year, don't really care as much as you think, so they're going to buy it anyway. And that's where the battle's going to be lost. It's going to be another year where Madden is going to be one of the top selling games, and they're unfortunately going to make millions upon millions off of my ultimate team. I hope I'm wrong. I want football games to be back to the glory it was in the early 2000s, man. Before EA pulled a bitch move, but a brilliant business move and securing the NFL rights. because yeah, look, football's my favorite sport, but I'd gladly never touch a football game if EA is going to continue to have the rights to it. That's my two thoughts. That's my 2 cents. I mean, but yeah, speak with your wallet, y'all. Don't buy the game. It's that you don't need to retweet a thing. You need to make a video to show how awful it is. Just simply don't buy it, and that's the only change. And then you'll make an impact.